What's up, friends? We just bought a vintage fiberglass trailer. This is our 1977 Trillium 4500 and I'm very excited to show it to you. Before we get started, if you aren't subscribed already, make sure you hit the button and hit the bell because we got a whole lot of plans coming up for this trailer. So last month we sold our 1987 Volkswagen Westphalia camper van, which we loved, but with a 1-year-old baby, we wanted something with a bit more space that our family could grow into and that we could do longer trips with. So at first we considered other camper vans such as Sprinters, but we found that we ran into a lot of the same issues that we had with the Westie, meaning that we would have to pack up our entire van every time we wanted to go somewhere. As well as with Sprinters, it wouldn't fit into our garage because they're just too tall. And then we considered Class Cs, which had a larger interior space, but then we wouldn't be able to park it as easily. Thus, we settled on trailers because the thought of detaching and having an everyday vehicle that we could drive into town or drive up a dirt trail to go on a hike with made a lot of sense to us. So the first thing we had to do was upgrade our vehicle, but we really didn't want to get a big SUV or a truck, which would be required to tow most trailers, except these kinds, because they're so lightweight that they could be towed by a small SUV or even some cars. So the RAV4 that we got can tow up to 3,500 pounds, which is probably double of what our trailer weighs. Now the total length of our trailer from hitch to bumper is about 15 feet, whereas the body is only just over 11 feet. So now let's head inside and we'll give you a tour. Now stepping inside, everything is pretty original and retro feeling. At the front, you have this bench, which the back actually folds up and it creates bunk beds. Above the bench, we have these broken shelves, which normally you could store a bunch of stuff, so we'll need to fix those. Moving into the kitchen, we have more storage. So they both open, but it's actually just one big cupboard with a whole lot of storage inside there. Then we have a 3-burner stove with this kind of crappy cover, which I don't know if we're going to keep it or not, but the stove seems to work great. And underneath this board, we have our sink and I guess just kind of like prep area, which doesn't actually work, our sink, because it's not hooked up to anything. I don't know where the water tank is originally supposed to be in this trailer, but we don't have any at the moment, so we'll need to get that all sorted. But it's a fairly decent size, like you could do dishes in there no problem. Moving down, we have some drawers of, all right, some sticky drawers with more storage. Another cabinet down here, which it's seemingly just being used for toilet paper, which that is not our toilet paper. We'll probably throw that out. And we have our fridge. So this is actually a 3-way fridge. So it runs on 12 volt, 110, as well as propane, but ours isn't actually working on propane at the moment. And our latch is broken, so it doesn't actually close. But there's the inside of it. You know, it's small. I don't know how many days worth of food it would fit for like a family of 3 or 4. And again, just more storage under the front bench. There's quite a bit of storage in this trailer. All this space, which we'll think of some creative uses for. Across from the kitchen, we have not 1, but 2 heaters. We have our propane furnace, which works quite well actually, and our electric heater, which was not stock, so somebody would have added this in after the fact. As well as our power converter, which kind of manages all the electrical. And on the ceiling, we have a vent where somebody added a very inefficient little fan that doesn't work very well, but you know, it's a fan. And inside here is our wardrobe, which originally this would have been one big open space, but one of the previous owners already added in some shelves, so it makes it a very handy storage spot, which is currently storing our awning. This is the original awning from 1977 and it looks very retro and super cool. And then at the back of the trailer is our dinette area, which is fairly comfortable. It's a pretty decent sized dining area. You could easily fit 4 people, maybe 6 if you're a little bit more squishy. This area also doubles as our bed. So the table folds down, the cushions are rearranged, and you have about a double-sized sleeping area. Now there are a few plugs around the trailer, so when you're hooked up to shore power, you can charge stuff. There's several lights in various conditions, and more storage. So this is how these would normally work. Like the other side is broken, but they just kind of like slide open and you can store a whole bunch of things in there. I imagine probably clothes or other beddings. And underneath here we have a few more drawers. And that one. Another storage cabinet. And then under the cushions, you can also access even more additional space with the same thing on the other side. So why did we choose this trailer? We first started looking at bowlers, which are the original egg-style trailers created here in Canada in the 1960s. Now they came in two model sizes, a 13-foot and a 17-foot. Unfortunately, with a 13-foot, the interior height was only 6 feet tall, so poor Matt was hitting his head, and the 17-foot wouldn't fit into our garage. Enter the Trilliums, which were based on the same design as the bowler, but with an interior height of 6'3", so Matt could stand. Now they came in two models, the 1300 and the 4500, which were 13 feet and 15 feet respectively. So we got the 4500, which is basically the largest trailer we could fit into our garage. Now there are several other similar style fiberglass trailers like this available in the US, such as Scamp, Burrow, and Casita, as well as several other smaller brands that make newer versions of these trailers. But we kind of loved the vintage vibe and repurposing an older trailer to kind of like make it our own. It's a 45-year-old trailer. It needs a lot of TLC. We got fixes and we got renos coming up, as well as some really fun trips planned for it. So make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on all of the fun trailer videos coming up. Bye.